What is good, YouTube? This is Frugal Fashion checking in once again with another video, and as you guys can see right here, we have two YEEZY 700 Wave Runners boxes, and this video right here will be a real versus fake comparison between two pairs right here. So let's just start off with this right here. This is the fake pair, this is the real pair. The fake pair is bigger than the real pair, like bigger in size. The fake pair is a size 10.5, and the real one is a size 7.5. Now, first, I just want to say that I did not actually buy the fake pair. I bought a real pair and they sent me a pair of fakes. So since I already have a real pair over here, I decided like why not do this video for you guys and show you guys the difference between them. So first we're gonna start off with the boxes and then we'll work our way to the shoes. So right away you guys can see the box is pretty close, but you can't really tell that it's fake until you look extremely closely at the lettering and at the color of the letters. I mean, it's basically from far away it looks exactly the same. It's just that the letters are a little bit different color. Like this is a little bit darker on the real pair than on the fake pair, which is lighter. Also, if you guys look closely at the tags are slightly different. I mean, the fake pair on the bottom, it has a slightly fuzzy lettering, but you have to look extremely closely. Let me show you guys right now. If you look very closely to it, I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me just see. Yeah, so look closely and you'll see that it's like slightly fuzzy and wide, while you get the real pair over here and the lettering is a lot more clean cut and easier to read. But like you wouldn't be able to tell unless you had both boxes in hand, but that's one way to tell if it's fake or not. Also, I'm pretty sure this right here is different in terms of the words that it says because this is a bigger size, but I'm not 100% sure, so that's not a giveaway. But if you guys look at the side, same thing, different color letters. Probably, I don't know if you guys will tell by this video, but look at the colors of the letters on the box. And on the back, of course, it's different because of the sizing, I think. So one other thing is like usually the fake boxes, like this thing usually breaks off very easily or goes in. So that might be something to look for, but it's not a dead giveaway since any box could basically have this cut off or something. So that's not a good way to look if it's fake or not. Now let's get into both shoes and I'll tell you guys the differences. Alright, so first we could look at the paper. This is a fake pair right here. This is the real pair. The color on the paper is slightly different. The real pair is a little bit darker and it's a little bit like more smooth. Well, not really more smooth. I mean, it's like a different like texture. I feel like the real pair is a little bit thicker. This one's a little bit thinner. The paper could be a giveaway. In this situation, it's like extremely hard to tell. But look for the paper in case you guys are wondering the difference. Let me just close both boxes and then we'll get into the rest of it. Alright, so right here we are going to get into the first thing, which I saw was a giveaway, the color on the orange. Now if you look extremely closely, the fake pair on top has a slightly different shade of orange. You have to look very closely. This one's a little bit lighter, this one's a little bit darker. Also, if you feel it, the texture on the paint is slightly different. The real pair has a little bit smoother of an orange, while the fake pair has a little bit rougher texture over here. Another thing I noticed was that these small balls that you guys see in the paint on the real and fake pair, the real pair has it pretty much at every single point, while the fake pair is missing a few of them. Now, let's just say for right here, if you look extremely closely at this part of the shoe, you guys could see that it's missing. No, I got one right here. But like if you just look around and you see the places where the real pair has these balls, the fake pair is missing at some of its points. For example, right here, that there is nothing on the fake pair, and then on the real pair you guys could see this, of course. So that might be something to look for, but I don't really know. It's like a small giveaway. It's kind of hard to tell. But another thing that you could look at is the color of the paint and like the different textures of the paint. So for the fake pair, which is on top, it's like it's a little bit different black than the bottom pair. You'd have to have both shoes in hand, but the fake pair on top has a little bit like a darker, rougher black than the smoother black on the real pair. So that's a different thing to see. Another thing is the toe box. If you look at both toe boxes, you could see that the fake pair has a lot like taller toe box even though it's a different size, like it still shouldn't be at this height, and also it shouldn't be at at this level. I don't know if you guys could tell, but the fake pair is a lot like wider and like taller of a toe box. Also, of the color on the mesh on the front, you guys can see this is the fake, this is the real. It has a slightly different color. The real pair is a little bit darker, the fake pair is a little bit lighter. Also for the green, if you guys could tell, the fake pair right here is a little bit lighter, and this one's a lot more turquoise-ish than this like dark greenish type of color. But you would have to have both shoes in hand to tell about that. Another thing I noticed was that on this part right here and on the lace, whatever, this thing, it's like a little bit different. The fake pair in my left right here is a little bit rougher. If you feel the material, it's rough. If you feel this one, it's extremely smooth. So that's a difference to tell. It's a small difference, but if you guys want to look at the shoe very carefully, you'll see that these parts are different on both shoes. The fake pair is a little bit rougher than the real pair. Now, if we look at the tongue, we have the real pair right here and the fake pair over here. The tongue is a little bit longer and taller on the real pair. So the real pair has a longer, taller tongue, while the fake pair is like pretty short. Even if I pull it, the max like it'll go is like this much. So it's maybe like what, half an inch. The real pair I pull it all the way and it's basically like an inch. It's a little bit more. So the real pair has a taller tongue. Another thing you might want to look at is the back. Now the back on both pairs is slightly different. You guys could tell that the 4 dots are in a different spot on both pairs. The real pair is a little bit lower. The fake pair is a little bit higher up. That's not really a crazy giveaway because the size does make a difference of where that is. But you might want to look at that. Also, the fake pair is usually like, if you guys could look, it's a little bit more wider and flatter of the back. I mean, it's a little bit more wider, but if you guys look closely at the pull tab, the real pair is flat. It's kind of flat on the top. The fake pair is like, it's a lot more curved. So that's another difference. And then you guys can see these 2 dots right here on the real pair, and then you guys can see no dots on the fake pair. That might be something else. Now, if you guys look at the bottom of the shoe, there is a difference, which of course is the boost. This was probably one of the easiest ways to tell. If you personally feel the boost, you'll know that the real pair, which is on the left this time, is softer than the boost on the fake pair. If you push it down like with the same like strength, you guys could tell that this one's a little bit softer and this one's a little bit stiffer and harder. So usually the fake pair is a lot harder and stiffer. Now, if you guys can see on the bottom, you have the Adidas on both sides. The Adidas on the fake pair is a lot thicker than the Adidas on the real pair. If you guys see extremely closely, you guys might be able to tell that the Adidas on the real pair is like thinner, and this one's a lot wider. The lettering and the 3 stripes are different. They're a little bit different on that. Basically, everything else for the bottom is pretty much the same. This fake was extremely hard to tell. I took them to 2 stores to get them legit checked just to make sure that they were fake, and so I could make this video for you guys. So yeah, they're for sure fake, and they're really good fakes, to be honest, because in the beginning I couldn't even tell until I looked closely at the details. But now let's take out the insole, because that might be a big difference to show you guys. If we look at both insoles, you guys could tell that it is different. The insole on the real pair, which is on top, has like more cutout of these 3 right here. This one is just kind of just rough. It's like completely different. You guys could tell right there, that difference right there. Also, the color is different. You guys can see the real pair on top is more of like a gray. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's more of like a darker, like gray with a tint, while the fake pair is just like light gray. Different right there. Different texture also. If I put it really close, you might be able to tell the difference. And also on the back of the insole, you guys could see that on the fake pair, it has a lot more like these dots on the bottom. It's a lot more different. Like, it's a lot more textured than the real pair, which is a lot more smoother. You guys could probably tell right there the difference. Also, on here it's pretty much the same. It's kind of hard to tell, but the balls are a little bit more cut out on the real pair than on the fake pair, which is a lot more smoother and like less cut out than the real pair. Pretty much everything else is the same on the bottom. If you look at the size tag, which is if you look at it, the lettering is a little bit different. The fake pair, which is on top, is kind of like messed up with the lettering positioning. Like as you guys can see, the letters are almost cut off by the top of the insoles, but on the real pair, you have it like in a good position right there. Also, the letterings are a lot more easier to read and cut out on the real pair than on the fake pair. Alright, so last thing I wanted to mention was that the Adidas on the insole is a giveaway. The Adidas on the real pair is a lot more matte than the Adidas on the fake pair, which is pretty shiny. I'm going to see if I could get the light to show you guys the difference. But like the Adidas on the real pair is also a lot more darker and more matte than the Adidas on the fake pair. So that's a giveaway right there. Now let me set these insoles aside and let me just give you guys a quick recap of what to look at when you guys get both pairs. The tag is pretty much the same. Let me just flip it over and see. Both pairs did come from different places, so that's probably why one pair has UK and France, the other one has Hong Kong, UK, and France. So the color on the thing is different. Like the real pair has a lot more darker black than the fake pair, and has a lot more. Here, I'll just put both of them side to side. You guys could already tell. I could see that on the camera. And then I don't know what's that for. Maybe different countries pairs, but you guys could look at that if you want. But to give you guys a quick recap, look at the back of both pairs. Look at the top of this. Look at the insoles. Look at the size tags on the inside. Look at the color and the texture on both paint on the midsole, as well as a different mesh and different leather. Leather's pretty much the same, so it's kind of hard to tell. But look at the mesh coloring. Also look at the toe box. That's a pretty big giveaway. And feel these two things to see the different texture between them. Also feel the boost on the bottom. That's pretty easy to, you guys know to do that already. But also look at the insoles, because the insoles are usually the one that could tell the easiest if it's fake or not. And then look at the size tag on both boxes, because that's a giveaway, as well as the lettering and the color of the lettering on the boxes. So that's pretty much it for this real versus fake comparison. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. New videos every single week. So that's pretty much it. And this frugal fashion checking out. Let's get into the B-roll. Peace.